Seoul Olympic Stadium, where it finished Seoul Eland 0, Jeonnam Dragons 0, K-League 2 round 3. I'm Paul Neat, and I'm joined here by Ryan Walters.
안녕하세요.
And Matthew Binns.
Hello.
This wasn't the greatest games that anyone would have seen here this evening, but a draw probably have suited the Dragons, Matthew. But Eland might have felt they ought to have got something out of the game.
Yeah, I think came here defensively, really, and it's been a long time since the team has come to Seoul Eland and Park the Bus have had. But no offence to John, that Seoul Eland they look good. They couldn't really get that final shot on target, but they're still creating chances. The potential is there from those first two opening games, and it seems to have carried on today. Chung Jung-yong will be disappointed there was no goal for their efforts, because this is the most winnable of the first three fixtures. But you know, three points, it's good going, really, I think.
Somebody who has scored for Eland this season, Won Ki-jong, he didn't start. He was on the bench, came on after 73 minutes. Are you surprised that he didn't get a start or come on much sooner?
I am and I'm not, because I thought he had a very good pre-season. He was scoring goals against Incheon United in pre-season, and he didn't start against Jeju. He came on against Jeju, scored a goal, scored possibly a winner, but it was chalked off. Didn't start the next game. And he came on from the bench in Gyeongnam, played well. Didn't start today. I think the manager prefers him as an impact sub at this point, but I would like to see him come on a bit earlier. 70 minutes is a bit too late in the game, I think, to be bringing him on.
Sure, Ryan, this is a team without Han Chan-hee, without Kim Young-uk, without Bruno Bayo.
Yeah.
Would you be concerned about where the goals and the creativity are going to come from for the Dragons this season?
Well, first, thank you for that reminder. That doesn't hurt at all, especially seeing what Han Chan-hee has done with FC Seoul. Yeah, I mean, it's been a concern coming into the season. It was a concern in the first couple of games. And tonight, I think it was on display more than maybe any other game for the Dragons so far tonight. We talked about it during the match. They got past, as soon as they got past the line, they were just bereft of ideas all night long. The short passes were there. The movement has been good. The off-the-ball movement in the midfield has been good. So the short passes have been there. They're just not using them. And they're hoofing everything long. And then that turned into the strikers just not moving. You know, it ended up playing more like a 4-3-3 tonight, which we kind of expected with Lee Jung-ho put in the midfield. That was never really going to work. They bumped him up top, but there just wasn't enough movement from anybody up there. Everybody was just kind of watching the ball and waiting for somebody else to do something. It was really frustrating to watch from an attacking standpoint tonight.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of options on the bench for the Dragons to change things around too much. One person who did come on was Che Hyojin for his 400th appearance.
That's right.
Worth mentioning there. Congratulations to him. But also back at the Gwangyang is Lee Jung-ho.
Yeah.
He is back now, and it's been a while since he's pulled on a Dragon shirt, obviously, other than this season.
Yep.
Can he be the Gwangyang Rooney again like he was all those years ago?
Well, I think in order for that to happen, he's going to need some help up there. You know, 2015 was a magical season for him. Stebo was up top, and Julian Christopherson looks a little slow still, looks a little off the pace as of right now. Hopefully he can round into form. I don't know what's going on there, but just a little slow on the uptake. And so without that target man there, and with Lee Jung-ho playing out on the wing, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on his own. And maybe it's time to try a 4-4-2 again and, you know, see what he can do up top properly. I think they're trying to figure out all sorts of things there. But as of right now, I don't know where it's going to come from up top.
Sure. Matthew, this is the first time England have really got off to an unbeaten season since 2015. But it's 3 draws. Is it glass half full or glass half empty for Seoul Eland?
Oh, I'm not a Seoul Eland fan myself, so we're better off having our columnist Michael Redmond to say his thoughts on it. But from a neutral perspective looking in, you'd think Gyeongnam, Jeju were going to be the hardest games. And they got through those unscathed, a point each. Point today against Jeonnam at the beginning of the season, you would have thought was a difficult start, and 3 points from those games would be great. It's their best start since 2016, when in 2016 they started off with 2 wins and a draw. So this is the best start since then. There's lots of optimism. They are creating. They're not finishing. I think the finishing will come. They're getting there. It's when you stop creating, that's when you really need to worry. The impression I get from Michael, he was quite pleased with their opening 2 rounds. I'm sure he might have been a bit frustrated that they didn't score tonight, but yeah, I'd say if you're a Seoul Eland fan, then you know there's shoots of optimism.
Yeah, sure. Ryan, you were impressed with right winger Ha Sung-eun for the Jeonnam Dragons this evening. What was it that caught your eye about his performance?
Well, I thought that he was tracking back really well. I think that he played extremely well defensively, and that's not always something that you get out of somebody in that position. And you know, not quite at this level, but it reminds me a little bit of when Orsic was here for the Dragons, and just playing defensively really well, attacked the ball like crazy. He was all over the place in the midfield and looked good moving forward. He looks comfortable with the ball at his feet as well, which is good. We need more of that for the Dragons. But yeah, he definitely caught my eye tonight. He's one to watch.
Yeah, talk about tracking back. The defending was very good from the Dragons this evening, and they haven't conceded a goal yet. In 3 games, 3 clean sheets.
Yeah.
At least, if goals aren't going to come as much as you would like them to do, they are at least keeping clean sheets.
Yeah, Park Jun-hyuk, I mean, without him, Elan wins this game. A couple of tremendous saves from him tonight. He's always got a couple in the bag, and I think that he's spurred a lot of confidence into the defense. When you've got him behind you, you know that you can almost afford to screw up once or twice, and he'll bail you out, and he did tonight. I mean, one of the saves that he made, just falling backwards and just tipped it over the bar, I think that'll probably be in some of the saves of the week for K2. Tremendous stuff from him. But yeah, defensively set up really well. And I think, again, this is something we talked about during the match, but I think it's a little frustrating from a Dragon standpoint tonight. It looked like they wanted a 0-0. And they got that, and a point on the road. It's tough to complain about on paper, but I think the opportunities were there, and they need to be a little more creative moving forward.
Indeed. Well, games come thick and fast in K-League 2. There are more games coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday, so we will have all you need to do for that on KLeagueUnite.com, match previews and whatnot. So until then, I'm Paul Neat, Ryan Walters, Matthew Binns. We'll see you next time.